If you are looking for a pick-a-card reading, but you want something that's authentic, in a safe place, in a loving environment where you can truly get the messages from Spirit that you need, you are in the right place. Hi, I'm Cheryl. I have been an intuitive reader for over 17 years. I'm the author of 3 different tarot decks, and we're going to be using the Return of Spirit deck today. And this is open messages because I find they're way more powerful and they really bring through what it is you need to help you on your path. So, our choices today, this is going to be group number 1. And I thought we'll just call them our little spirit guides. And she's more like a creative spirit guide because she has that holding the womb kind of look to her, where she's bringing things out in creation. So choice number 2 is going to be, I was thinking she should be the connections guide because she's reaching for the heavens there. Number 2 and number 3. She is our heart-centered guide. Okay? So, choices 1, 2, or 3. Now pause if you need to make your selection. And I am going to get us started in the readings. Hi, group number 1. For those of you who have chosen our creative or creation guide, let's tuck her in there. Okay, what is it that we most need to hear today? Now, it's a really warm day and I have the window open because it's so hot in here, so I hope the traffic isn't too bad. So for our first card, I'm going the opposite way. Very first card out is mediumship. And you can see how this is mirrored and both sides are coming together. So this is about deepening or strengthening your connection with Spirit. Okay. Commitment. Now that can be talking about the commitments that you have in life, making a new commitment, or a committed partnership. But let's just get out the rest of these cards. Knowledge. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a power reading. Prayers. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, guys, I have to say, with what's coming out in the cards, this to me is looking a lot like a path, purpose sort of reading. And I really feel like Spirit is saying it's time for you to really make that commitment to yourself in honoring your soul and honoring what is being called of you deep down in your heart. Because when we try to brush that voice off or, just try to forge ahead regardless of what our soul really needs, we end up feeling down, drained of energy, not having passion in life. And this is saying, like, it's time to really honor that and to really honor this commitment that you made as a soul before you even jumped into this meat suit, And it's saying that it's time to really make that full commitment, because the way that this energy feels, you guys are not the group who is oblivious to your gifts or talents or abilities or the whispering that is happening. And that whispering is saying, I need to get out here in the world, and I need to do my spiritual work out here in the world. And I don't want to limit it to spiritual work. Let's call it authentic work, okay? Because with that mediumship card, I know that with this coming up, for some of you, this is directly Spirit is calling you out for it's time to use your mediumship skills in bringing through messages of loved ones on the other side, or bringing through messages from people's guides, angels, ascended masters, or just plain doing intuitive readings and coming together, strengthening that connection and relationship that you have with Spirit, like working in tandem with Spirit. Okay? You guys are the intuitives, regardless of how your intuition works, even and regardless if you are doubting yourself, because I can feel the energy of the doubting Thomas, or, you know, dealing with that voice that's saying, I'm not good enough, and I'm not skilled enough, or you're afraid for multiple other reasons, and Spirit is really calling you out on that this is one of your natural gifts, is to work intuitively. Now, we also have the knowledge card coming up. And when you look at this, this is like a head and shoulders. So it's like the outline of the light body. And at the crown, there's this massive flower opening at the crown, and the energy is coming through. Now, I'm going to try to get this up close. The camera doesn't always cooperate with me, but it looks like little tiny faces in this light as it's coming down. And that is talking directly that you are receiving this spiritual information, that you are tuned in and connected with Spirit. But it comes in through the crown, and then it continues to come out through this person. And that's talking about sharing the information, the wisdom, the knowledge that you have. And whether that's sharing it directly, as in like directly teaching, or directly doing intuitive readings, to, you know, it can be a little more abstract in that you're bringing through other avenues of creative ways, that you are bringing through these really deeper kind of messages that help uplift and support people, that it's just the way that you operate. And I feel like with them showing these two cards up together, you guys are the ones who end up knowing things without knowing how you know them, or sharing things and saying things, not knowing or feeling or understanding that you're actually like being the little marionette for Spirit to work through. Okay? Now, the other cards that's sitting here is the prayers card. And so in one way, that is, you know, Spirit's way of replying and saying, we hear you, like we are with you. And, you know, all of this communication that you are doing with us, you are being heard. But I also feel like it's talking about bringing to fruition your deeper wishes and hopes and dreams, and bringing them into this real world, and not having them just, you know, tucked away into this little corner of your heart where you're just kind of withering away. That it's talking about bringing them out here. Now, if that's the what, let's see if we can get a how out of this. What more information do you have for us, Spirit? What else can you tell us about these gifts, our life, how to do it, manifest? Okay. So with the manifest card coming out, I feel like what they are doing is literally backing up what I was saying with the prayers card. So I know there's two schools of thought. Well, there's more than that. But basically, two schools of thought. There's law of attraction and law of assumption. And there's understanding that your beliefs, understandings, your subconscious mind is a part of the awareness that is creating your reality out here. And that there's something about you needing to work on that in order to really make that full commitment to start to see this blossom out here in this real world, getting past your fears, getting past your beliefs, and also knowing, like, I feel like there's that element of, well, I want to try, but am I going to be successful? Am I going to be able to make a living at this? And that's what the manifesting card is addressing, is that directly. And it's just saying, put a little faith and trust in us, and also faith and trust in yourself as a soul, that when you are expressing yourself authentically, expressing your gifts, that this is a part of that whole manifestation and creation process that brings you the funds that you need to be able to live. Okay, so let's see. I feel like this one right at the bottom, assistance. Spirit, they never cease to amaze me. Okay, the assistance card has come out. And what they are saying with that is that, you guys, you are not going to be alone in this. So if you are at the very, very beginning of this journey, like you're just really starting to wake up to your spiritual gifts, if you want to put it that way, that this is saying that, you just need to say the yes for this to begin to come out. That the right people or courses or classes, that it's coming, it's unfolding, that you'll get what you need. You just have to begin to start claiming this. You just have to start claiming it. And for those of you who are, a little farther down your path, where you have these gifts, and you're either getting ready to or have already begun doing your real work, your soul's work out here in the real world, I feel like they're saying, that there's these events and situations that are going to unfold where you're like, holy smokes, that's a crazy synchronicity. And it's not just a synchronicity. This is like the universe working with you to help you do your work. The right people, the right things are coming, you guys. You have to trust that your calling that you feel inside of you is real and it's legitimate. Okay? Now, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do hit the like, subscribe. I have a lot more really amazing, useful readings coming up here in the next little bit. So as always, I love you. I wish you the best. And I will see you again soon. Hello, my group number 2 creation spirit guide people. Let's move her over there. She's really pretty. I really like these. Oh, let's move the box too. We don't need that there. We've got it. Okay, Spirit. What does group 2 need to know? What is most going to help them? on their path. And this one is definitely sticking out to me. Power. Okay. This one. Return of Spirit. Interesting. That's really interesting. Where's the next card? I'm just feeling for it. Down here. Fearless. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I'm taking the very bottom one. Faith. Okay. So there's something about, like, when that Return of Spirit card comes out, this is saying it like it is a literal return of your spirit, of your will, of wanting to rejoin the world or to come out and begin making connections again with people. And with this card, it's like this, it reminds me of the symbolism of the phoenix. And this is almost like saying, you guys have been through the fire, through the flames. You guys have burnt down to ash, and you are coming back to life. You are revitalizing, and you are growing into this big, beautiful, spiritual creature that's made to be out here in the world. And see, I find it interesting that of these cards, this is like the wings of a phoenix. Wings. We've got wings everywhere. And to me, that is saying it's time to spread your wings. Okay? So I know that it's been difficult for you guys. I feel like we don't go through that kind of transformative fire in our life without a whole heck of a lot of challenge that just kind of topples us. But I want to reassure you that when that happens, it's because we weren't quite aligned with where we needed to be or what we were doing. And this is you guys like coming back into the world with a lot less of the things that did not serve you, or things that maybe perhaps you believed about yourself, that you thought that you were, that weren't really authentic to who you truly are inside. And that this is about you coming back. This is the comeback group. You guys are the comeback kids. That's how I want to say it. And this is you guys making your comeback. Okay? But there's a lot going on here because we have both the fearless card and the faith card. That's, that faith card, it's like, this reminds me of angel wings, the way that it's spreading here. And it's almost like a halo, but it's yellow. It's the yellow that's in the phoenix, and it's the yellow that's in the power card. And this is like surrounding yourself with that spiritual power, with your authentic power, your authentic truth. And that faith card, while it is saying, it is about trusting spirit, trusting the universe, trusting your higher self. It's really about trusting the process that you're going through, trusting that it's safe for you to come back out into this world. It's faith and trust. And with the word faith, it means just holding on to that little bit of light that says, it's okay for me to come out. It's okay for me. And having faith that is the right thing to do, that it's not about staying small anymore, that this is the opening. You guys are the comeback kids, and you guys are this is the energy with you. And like, no wonder this is the totem you chose for your reading, because she is like reaching for the heavens and then opening up to spirit and saying, okay. Now, with that fearless card, because the color black in fractals represents infinity. And so there's that reaching beyond what you perceive as your limitations. And then we have the pink, and pink is the companion color of the heart chakra, and it's soft, right? And this is saying that this part of the journey is about learning how to overcome your fears, that even though you don't have confidence in yourself, it's about just taking little steps until you start to feel the wind beneath your wings. You know, all these wings we have going on here. And that it's safe. I feel like that's a really good word for you guys, is that it's safe for you to do this. And with that power card being there, you know, before we really reach that place of empowerment, we usually often are coming from a place of feeling disempowered, of having no power or feeling powerless. And a lot of the times that is one of the little factors among many that is the cause of us making this retreat from the world and from life and from people, is that feeling that you have no strength or ability to deal with what's going on out here. So it's like, retreat, retreat. And it's enough of that. And the Spirit's saying, that's enough. You need to come back now, because you've learned those lessons. You've had those experiences. And now it's time to come back in a way where you're, you know, I want to say, not relying on the people out here in the world, not relying on the circumstances that are going on in the world, that you are relying on your spiritual connection and your connection to your own self, and resting your heart in that, and then stepping forward in a really authentic way, right? So let's see if we can get a bit more clarity about what's needed of you here. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I pulled these on camera. I'm telling you. Actually, do you guys prefer that I pull them on camera? If you do, like, just let me know down there, because maybe you don't. I don't know. And what else do we need to do here? Violet flame. What a reading. Okay. We're going right to this one first, because the violet flame card is a lot like the healing modality of the violet flame. And this one is actually backing up what I was saying about having been through the fire, having gone through these challenges. The violet flame is also saying, like, you've been through that heavy emotional process, but that it ignites this inner light within you. And it's coming back from the brink of the Walking Dead, you know, because that's sometimes how we end up feeling. And this being this experienced person who has been through difficulty and is now rising up to the challenge of rejoining the world. This is a healer and healing card. So I want to say that you guys are the group who's been forced into these situations that require you to step back and do your healing and do your work to be able to come back out into the world a little bit stronger, a little bit more in your power, a little more connected to help other people heal, whether that's directly helping them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. So I don't mean just healing like Reiki energy. I mean healing in any sort of way. I mean, even laughter is so healing for the heart and soul, right? You could go out and be a comedian, but the essence, the core element of what you're bringing through is healing, okay? So the other thing that they have here is the right card. And that, I mean, it's WRITE. So they're talking about writing with, a pen and paper or on your keyboard, actual writing. So for some of you, I know that you may not resonate with the writing aspect. And if that's the case, I feel like a big part of this message is just about journaling your process, because sometimes recording our process helps us to reflect back in 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, and look back and go, oh my gosh, look where I was back then. And look how far I have come today. So there's that element of journaling your process where, because with you guys, I have to say, it does give me, it's not just the right card here, but with these two coming out together, there's a lot of wisdom that is to come out here, to come out of here, and to get it out on paper, out into the physical world here. So for others of you, I feel like it's a lot more direct and purposeful, like the writing to create something, a real something, and bring it out into the world. In a way, it's something that helps benefit other people, other souls in your soul family who need that love and assistance that only you can bring through in the way that you do. Okay? So you guys definitely have some homework. I also have to mention, I was just going to stop and I got the like hold on. There might also be something going on here as far as classes or courses. There's that energy or element, and so I don't know if they're talking about you taking classes and courses that are in the arena of healing in some way, shape, or form, or if they're talking about you teaching classes, either teaching formally or informally. So I need to add that. Now, I hope you liked your reading. If you do, please hit the like and definitely subscribe, because I have a lot more amazing readings coming up here for you, okay? So as always, you guys know I love you and I wish you the best. Love you, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Hi, group 3. Okay. For all my lovely heart-centered folks, let's tuck her in the flowers. Or I think they're like roses or lotuses. I'm not sure what they are. Okay. Now, I asked this of the other groups. Do you guys like seeing me pull the cards? Or do you prefer they're just kind of already pulled and laid out and ready to go? Because I prefer pulling them on camera, so you know it's a legit. But let me know down in the comments if you don't mind. I would love to hear your opinion, always. Okay, so I am going to go with this one. Ooh, right order. Okay, so we are getting things organized, in alignment. Something is going on. Recognition. Okay. So I'm going to take this one and then love. I know why you guys chose the heart-centered card. You chose not the card, our spirit guide, and then you get the love card. Like, how amazing is that? That's why I like pulling them on camera so that you know, you see it for yourself, that it's legitimate, and confidence. Okay. You know what? I'm going to shuffle them and pull just 2 more because I feel like we don't quite have the whole picture yet. I want this one, contact. Okay, there. And frequency shift. Okay. Because you guys, you know that I don't often do formal relationship readings, but this is absolutely a relationship reading. So whether this is somebody that you've been intimately involved with, where there's some emotional space or distance between you, or someone who, it has ended, or it's even friends that you, maybe there's been some tension in a friendship or family relationship. I'm not going to say work. It doesn't have the feeling of work relationships. This is the ones you really love and care about. That's what is coming here. Because, okay, I would have to say that this is somebody, the contact card is here. So this could be somebody that you have not been in contact with lately. Maybe they've been on your mind, or you know how it works. You're on their mind. And I don't want to say, go, rush out and go contact so-and-so. That's not quite what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is there's some connection that is coming up here in the next, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks. It's got that energy of making contact or connection with somebody that you've fallen out with in some way, especially with that right order coming out. See how wavy these lines are here? But then once we get into this inner circle, everything is reorganizing into this straight shapes. And that is talking about things that seemed to be in this pattern of chaos or misalignment that, when everything just seems jumbled and scrambled, this card is talking directly about these things coming into a natural alignment where things make sense, where things are progressive and kind of, the expression as the dust settles. That's what I keep hearing, as the dust settles. So as everything settles, it kind of settles into a way where things just make a little more sense. And I keep feeling like with you guys in this reading that there's some clarity that is coming through this contact. So this may not be the actual person that you will be in contact with. This could be somebody maybe in their circle or your circle who helps to shed some insight, understanding. There's something that's going to help put it right in your mind, in your understanding. And then I feel like that kind of gives you that space in your heart to go, oh, okay, I get it. Because when we don't get it and we don't know, we are left spinning in our thoughts, trying to figure it out. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Why did I say that? Did I say the right thing? I think I said the wrong thing. We all know that one, right? And I feel like they're talking about a slowing down of that and really coming to a beautiful clarity and understanding with the situation and what happened. And I think that is why this frequency shift card has come out. And, this is talking not just about getting that mental clarity, but with that, mental clarity, it begins to calm the mind, which everything is connected, body, mind, spirit. It also begins to put us in that place where we have a shift. And this is a heart-centered shift, you guys. Very much so. This is all about love. It absolutely is. And this is talking about, rising up and vibrating at more of our heart is where we vibrate most authentically, in that vibration of love, peace, compassion, gratitude, understanding. So it's coming down out of the thought and thinking and trying to figure it all out into this very heart-centered place where, you exude that kind of peace and calm and that kind of higher energy that comes along with greater understanding. Now, that recognition card has come out, and to me, it feels like I'm not keen on, making predictions, but I have to say it that this recognition card, in one way, they're saying, it's about you recognizing what really went on in this relationship or relationships. But I feel like it's also recognition as in maybe somebody else or other people are also gaining more clarity and understanding. Like there's a working out of problems here. And I feel like maybe you were misunderstood, or you weren't being perceived for what you were really trying to do or say in the situation, that it came off in the wrong way or it unfolded in the wrong way, and you were maybe perceived or understood differently than for who and what you really are, or for what you were hoping or intending. And so there's some sort of recognition that you will be recognized or seen in a different light or in a different way. That's definitely going on here, because I'm saving the best for last, because there is this, if you want to say frequency shift, that is bringing you into this place where you have more confidence, like that confidence in yourself. And this, I feel like this is the evolution, what they're talking about, because a lot of the times when these things happen, it's for us to have these lessons and understanding for our greater development as a soul. We have these crazy life experiences. And I feel like that is a part of what they are talking about, is you coming into this place of just being okay with you being you, who you are, what you are. Yep, maybe you were a little cray-cray when you did whatever, but we all have our moments, right? Every single human does. And it's almost like you seeing your own humanity and having compassion for that, and recognizing that no matter what happened in any of these situations in your past, there's a plane flying overhead. I can't stop it. That no matter what has happened in your past, it doesn't mean that you are less valuable because of what happened or how you reacted or what unfolded. And it's more of this confidence of not cockiness and not narcissistic, oh, I'm so wonderful, but like, you know what? Yeah, I'm all right. You are all right. You're fine. You're amazing. You're a child of the universe. You are pure, divine love at your core. And It's about you seeing your own light here, is what they are talking about. You seeing your heart for what it really is and acknowledging it, because we tend to ignore all our good qualities and we just like to hone in on our mistakes, the things that we haven't done quite right, on what we perceive as negative qualities and features, and we just skip over all of the good that we are and that we offer in the world. And this is talking about you seeing that authentically for yourself. And then that love card, I mean, I love this card because, you know, when I'm making these fractals on the it's all fractal mathematics. I have no control how the image is going to look. I just apply fractal formulas and the image renders on the screen over and over. And this is like a world. And think of this as your universe, your world. And there's this big heart glowing from around it. And this is talking about you getting truly heart-centered, operating from the heart coherence, where your brain waves are in not alignment. I love it when I lose a word. It's in sync. It's synchronized with the heartbeats. And in this place, it's really much more, you're in a more authentic expression of yourself, right? But this card is also talking about you sharing your light and love with the world. That it is your light and your love that is needed here. And sometimes that's difficult for us to really believe or get, but also that there is love here for you. Did you hear that? That there is love here in this world for you. Okay? So I want you guys to begin to allow yourself to really embrace that. You deserve beautiful relationships, both intimately and with friends. I'm going to leave you with that. Something good is coming for you. That's going to bring healing, going to bring you healing and bring you clarity, and probably a few other people. Something nice is on the way for you. Now, I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do hit the like and be sure to subscribe, because I have a lot of amazing readings coming up here for you. Readings you cannot get anywhere else, that's for sure. And as always, you know I love you. I will see you again soon. Take care.